Hedera is one of those tokens that makes people angry. And I get it. You look at the partnerships, you look at the technology, you look at the governing council, Google, IBM, Boeing, and then you look at the chart. And it's going down. So the big question is simple. Is Hedera broken, or is the market just early? In this video, I'm going to explain why Hedera's fundamentals are actually improving while the price is falling. What really needs to happen for HBAR to move, the macro conditions that decide whether altcoins live or die, and finally, I'll show you my realistic 2026 price targets, plus my personal trading plan. If you want more real crypto analysis, make sure you subscribe to the channel now. Time to get into HBAR. This is not a financial advice, always do your own research. Let's start with the price because that's what everyone actually cares about. Hedera peaked in the last cycle at around 50 to 60 cents. Since then, it has been absolutely crushed. Today, HBAR is trading closer to the 1 cent range, meaning it's down roughly 80% from the highs. Meanwhile, Bitcoin already printed new all-time highs in 2025. Even some altcoins had strong relief rallies. But HBAR? Nothing. Just continuous bleeding. This creates confusion for retail investors like us, I know. People start asking questions like, why hasn't HBAR pumped yet? Is the project dead? Did I pick the wrong coin again? And this is where most people get it wrong. They assume that good fundamentals automatically mean higher prices. That assumption is what gets people trapped. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Fundamentally, Hedera is not weak. In fact, it's one of the few blockchains that doesn't need to fake activity or invent narratives to stay relevant. Hedera's ecosystem is actually exploding with real-world utility. In 2025, we saw massive partnerships. Vera digitizing carbon markets on Hedera Guardian, with plans to tokenize over 20 methodologies and a 5-year investment. Lloyds Banking Group and AVAX handled UK's first FX trades using tokenized RWAs as collateral on Hedera. Red Swan is tokenizing over $5 billion in properties via Hedera's asset tokenization studio. And don't forget the integration of ERC 3643 standards for compliant cross-border assets. The Hedera Council also welcomed the Global Blockchain Business Council as its first strategic partner, which boosted advocacy. Tech-wise, HashSphere, which is a private permissioned network, is in beta, powered by enterprise-grade Hedera tech. They've got AI-ready features with tamper-proof data and EVM compatibility for Solidity smart contracts. The fundamentals look better today than they did years ago, yet the price is lower, and that tells us something critical. This is the part that most retail investors refuse to accept. Fundamentals are only part of the puzzle. They do not move the price on their own. Liquidity moves the price. You can have the best technology in the world, but if there's no excess capital looking for risk, the market doesn't care. That's especially true for altcoins and particularly for enterprise-focused altcoins like Hedera. If you want altcoins to move, then two conditions must be met. The first condition is ISM, also known as PMI, going above 50. When ISM is above 50, it signals economic expansion. Businesses are spending, hiring, and taking risk. Historically, risk assets perform better in this environment. And yes, that includes altcoins. We actually saw this toward the end of 2024. When ISM moved above 50, Hedera did a parabolic move with over 800% gains in about a month. It wasn't random, but rather it was macro-based. The second condition is quantitative easing or clear liquidity expansion. When central banks cut rates or inject liquidity, money flows outward, first into bonds and equities, and then into Bitcoin, and eventually into altcoins afterwards. This is the cycle. It has happened repeatedly, and anyone ignoring it is trading blind. We had QE 2 times so far. Last time, it was in March 2020. And that's when the big altcoin season started. As we can see on this chart, altcoins were going only up since then. Right now, these conditions are far from being met at the same time, and that's why HBAR feels kinda dead. Now let's talk about the chart, because charts don't lie. Hedera has been in an obvious, strong downtrend since the beginning of 2025. It was trading at 40 cents in January, but since then, the price has been making lower lows and lower highs. Ultimately, the price, as I see it, bled to 12 cents, which is a 70% drop in the price in just a single year. There was a support at around 13 cents, which was broken however, and right now it is being retested as a resistance. It's not a great sign from a TA perspective, certainly. But if you manage to break above this resistance and retest it as support again, that would make me bullish. The next big resistance that I could see is between 30 to 40 cents. Let's face it, momentum is weak, volume is low, and the price has broken a key support. The next major support that we can see is at around 5 to 4 cents. See, whenever HBAR hit this zone previously, it was bought up. Yet, if it goes down to 4 cents, that's another 60% drop, which we would not like to see. So in short, the technicals are not looking as good as the fundamentals. Alright, what could flip the switch then? The biggest catalyst isn't a partnership announcement or a roadmap update. It's actually the macro alignment. If we get ISM sustainably above 50 and we get liquidity expansion through rate cuts or QE, altcoins will explode, inevitably, and Hedera will move with them. On top of that, enterprise adoption and real-world asset tokenization could become dominant narratives again. If capital rotates away from memes and back into infrastructure, then Hedera suddenly becomes relevant very, very fast. Now let's do the math to see what we can expect of the HBAR price in 2026. When doing the math, we will consider two scenarios. Let's start with the one where we get the PMI above 50 and QE this year. Two major catalysts in place. This means the liquidity will be back to the riskier assets like crypto. Last time we got these catalysts, the total crypto market cap jumped from $100 billion to $3 trillion. So this time around, the uptick will probably not be 30-fold, but it could be easily 3x from today's $3.3 trillion. That is going to elevate us to $9 to $10 trillion. Don't forget that gold is at $32 trillion market cap as well. At some point, these investors will start rotating the profits into riskier assets. With that in mind, we will take $9 trillion of total crypto market cap for our calculations. Now, to do the math, we should check the chart for HBAR's market dominance. We see that in 2025 it reached 0.4%. So when we get the alt season back, we can easily rise to that level again. I'd like to present you with two hypotheses here. First one says that the HBAR market dominance gets back to that coveted level of 0.4%. That will bring HBAR's market cap from $5 billion to $36 billion. The projected price then is 86 cents, and this is more of a conservative case. My more optimistic hypothesis is that the market dominance on HBAR rises to 1%, in which case the market cap will reach $90 billion. That will mean a price of $2.16 a piece. So this is the bullish case here on HBAR when we get the two catalysts in place. And if you want to be ready to pull the trigger, I guess you will want to use a legit exchange as well. Well, CoinEx is my pick for a straightforward exchange, and right now new users score a $25 bonus. The platform's been battle tested for nearly 10 years, and you can trade HBAR along over 1,000 other tokens there, whether on spot or leverage. Tap the link in the description, register, trade, and claim your $25 bonus from CoinEx now. Well, here's the part most YouTubers won't say. If we don't get ISM above 50, and if liquidity stays tight, Hedera will not magically pump. This is the second scenario. It could certainly do the opposite. Drop down to the next support zone at around 50 cents, which is another slump of 60% from now. Okay, here's my trading plan for HBAR, guys. First, we should get the PMI reach above 50 and hold there. This is when I will start buying HBAR at whatever price it is at the time. But I will be doing it gradually, partially. Then, for the profit taking, I will get 40% of profit at the previous all-time high of 57 cents. Then 30% at around 80 cents, and the last 30% I would wait to sell at $2. But if the macro never aligns, it's going to be stay aside and not lose any money. Well guys, now I want to hear from you. What's your Hedera price target for 2026? Are you playing it conservative, or are you betting on a proper super cycle? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe if you want more macro-driven crypto analysis instead of just noise. I'm Stan, thanks for watching airdrops.com. I'll see you next time. Ciao.